Mega Man 64, or Mega Man Legends, had to be the step away from the series that normally all franchises go into. It seems like the developers said, hey, you know all that great stuff you love about Mega Man? Yeah, well, we got rid of it.
Oh no!
Instead of the choose your levels and gain power from the bosses, we gave you exploration and a story. Unfortunately, the story doesn't even show up until the near end of the game, and
According
it's...
to Urban Military Security Ordinance A10, the number of carbon units is not allowed to increase beyond the pre-specified limits. If this happens, they are to be purged immediately. My observation, if left unattended, the carbons will reproduce indefinitely. Their numbers will grow, polluting the surface world. They can be quite a nuisance. The carbons fit mass population model B. They are unstable.
Well, I haven't understood much of what you've been saying.
Well, that makes two of us. As for the gameplay itself, it's a little loosey. You see, you can't really run and turn around. Instead, if you want your guy to really just turn around, you have to stop, and then he'll slowly turn. It's the same kind of mechanics that they put into Star Fox Assault. As for the controls themselves, well, at least they're responsive. But camera angles seem, well, they don't really get in the way. Unfortunately, you can't really see all the enemies on the screen. It does give you a little alert signal that tells you when enemies are around, but if there's more than one, it won't really tell you where. A radar system definitely would have been helpful, especially when I couldn't see that enemy that was to my right. Although you can't really gain power up from defeating bosses, there is another alternative. You can exchange the weapons, put them together, and form new weapons. So while it doesn't really have a lot of different styles, it at least has a customizable weapon format, which is quite nice. Your arm cannon and your suit are basically the only things that relate Mega Man from this to the other Mega Man games, because otherwise you'd think somebody just ripped off Mega Man. Heck, if it wasn't even for that, if they just changed this outlook completely, you wouldn't even be sure you were playing a real Mega Man game.
It's a man? A person? It's a man? A person?
Yep. Something tells me he's not kidding either.
Well, there isn't to say I don't really like anything else about Mega Man 64. It's just that, well, how can I put it? It doesn't feel like the other Mega Man games, as I've said before. I guess the one thing I do like about it are the characters, because they bring out a lot of personality to the game.
Yeah, that's it. That's the spirit. Thanks, you two. Now, I couldn't have asked for a better brother and sister than you. We'll get that blue boy next time for sure.
Your history! Yours too! Just you wait! Hey! What do you think you're doing? Whoops. Get out of here now! Next time, knock before opening the door. Sorry, Roll.
And as I've said before, I do like the customizable weapons. Unfortunately, all the stages seem like they're the same. Like you could have done this before with, like, all the levels just kind of look the same. They all take place in these dark, musty cave-like hallways, and it's just this feeling of
Got a bad
repetitiveness.
feeling about this.
And then there's the music. And there really isn't much music in this Mega Man game, which is sad because Mega Man is usually well known for its music. There are only two pieces of music that I really find to be truly memorable. That being in the
Be careful.
one of the last
I don't like
stages,
the look of
this one.
place.
And then when that guy is talking, I swear I've heard this music before. This was not actually
Was it
made
you
for the
who
game.
woke me?
This was actually a
It
classic
is
piece of
somewhat
work that I
earlier
cannot
than I had
remember.
planned.
And I really
But
wish
no
I could
matter.
remember the name of it, because then I could
Thank you,
upload it and
Bruce.
show you.
What about Mega Man?
Oh right, I'm not thinking of the game at all right now. I do find Mega Man 64 to be quite enjoyable, and I do like the characters, as I've said. They do bring out a lot of personality, and the controls. Well, if it didn't have the lock-on targeting system, this game would have gotten a lower score. But since it does have that, and you can adjust and work around the problems, it's actually quite enjoyable.
Behind us!
So my final thoughts on Mega Man 64 is, well, remember, I'm playing the 64, not Legends. I'm not playing the PlayStation one. This is the only one I have. So I'm giving Mega Man 64 a 3 out of 5.
Don't relax yet,
There's some
Mega Man.
good stuff and some bad
I'm
stuff
getting
in
multiple
this game.
signals on my...
Hey, Trom! How do you stop this thing?
Oh, this?